All right. Thank you for joining. You've come at a great time. We are starting a Legendary Plus campaign here with Volkmar the Grim. I have some fun details for you, but we can talk about those in a second. Really quickly, I wanted to get the campaign set up here. So, max endgame difficulty, Ultimate Crisis. I do like Diplomacy for a little bit of flavor, and full AI stats. I don't think there's anything else to change really.
As I hold Gall,
Not the
I
Emperor.
am Volkmar.
Yes, we are Volkmar, and we are going to get started. So let me hit play. Alright, so if you saw in the thumbnail, we are going to have a no magic, no artillery, if we can help it, only faith campaign. And this is the way that I like to play Total War, is I pick a legendary lord, I look at what they do, and I try to only build units or do things that seem to fall in line with what their stats suggest. So,
Purge this place and strike down any who dare to rise again. By the comet, that is my decree!
alright, thank you, Volkmar. We are playing on the branch that was just released, the beta branch with the new campaign AI, and I do have a few mods. If I was a better Total War player, I would show you a mod list, or a better YouTuber, but hey, this is my first video, so I'll show it in the description. All my mods are visual. You'll actually see here that this mod right now, the Simple Settlements, is going to go ahead and kind of freeze the game while it's replacing the different settlements in the game. Maybe that one might be on like the border of like a visual mod. Maybe some people would say that it's too much, but I don't think it really changes things in any meaningful way. So, as Volkmar, we're supposed to seek out the 8 books of Nagash to increase Volkmar's righteous seal, granting him unique rewards as books are collected and sealed away from wrongdoers. Recruit high-ranked witch hunters and warrior priests as standard to help vanquish the world's abominations. So yeah, we're going to try to play in this kind of way, almost exclusively recruiting those kinds of units and doing those kinds of things. To me, that just adds a lot of flavor and fun to the game.
Orders.
So I'm going to go ahead and delete these units that we are not allowed to use. So it's so sad, but well, here, I'll give you a positive. See this money per turn right now? Watch this. There we go. So, silver lining. We do have this witch hunter right here. I'm going to add him to the group. And with every campaign, if you're new to Total War, thanks for joining. The game always starts you off with your hero and then an enemy to fight. So we have to fight the evil King Omhoff. If he's not evil, I'm so sorry, but to make us all feel better, he's evil. So we're going to fight him, and it says that we're going to have a pretty rough time, but let's just get into it and see what we can do. And I think, so the fun thing with this, right, with playing this way is, you know, people put legendary campaigns as this like really difficult thing, and they are. And you can definitely get into like really weird and hard situations, but I find them to be really fun, and I think that people, how should I say? I think sometimes even playing on the lower difficulties is harder. I think if you guys watch like Legend of Total War, he's said similar things. So yeah, it's not so bad. and it's a lot of fun. And really, I think, at least with the changes they're doing lately, it seems like
I am Volkmar.
you can kind of, as the player, dictate the pacing and the difficulty of the game, even within a difficulty setting. So, I don't really do a whole lot of cheese. I'm not trying to be cheesy by
Faith
stacking units
is
like
my
this.
shield.
Um, I am just trying to make controlling things easier for me.
Sigmar's will.
If you'd like to play on Legendary and are nervous, well, trust me, if I can do it, you can too. So I'm going to show you a bunch of ways not to play, but we'll still end up being okay.
Offering battle.
So I'm just going to run my units in and have these horsemen be a slight distraction.
I am ready.
Realistically, I just want to charge in, what's called cycle charging, or some people will call it like the hammer and anvil. We're gonna have these guys, you know, run up to the front,
Immediately.
do some damage, and the horsemen will just charge in and out, you know, attacking the units a bunch. So you can see our beautiful army of armored men and something, I don't know, not so armored men going into a battle. They are going to flank us with their cavalry as well, so hey, great minds think alike. I'll have Volkmar just kind of hang out here.
Double time.
He'll take, maybe he'll take the brunt of that.
Very well.
And we're going to chase down these archers over here. So our knights have tons of armor. Our guys, our flagellants have none. So getting rid of arrow units is super, super important.
Our steeds are restless.
I'm trying to think of the word for
Flagellants, ready.
this,
Yes, General.
these units, but it's not coming to
For
mind.
Heldenhammer. Charge!
So as you can see though, our Empire Knights are doing awesome. These archers are pretty much totally dead. And now we're just going to charge straight into the back of their other units. And they're not going to have a good time. Maybe in a future video I will turn off the blood setting, but
Go!
You know.
Formation march! We obey. Yes, sir.
it's
Formation march! Ready to hunt. Death to the enemy.
I think the goal is to kind of be playing this and making videos for people my age. So I don't know, maybe that demonetizes on YouTube, but I'm doing this for fun, so who cares, I guess. Alright, and we are going and attacking King Omhoth. He seems pretty strong, actually. But if we compare stats, let's be a little bit safer and move this guy out.
Very well. Quick.
And the Empire Knights and Volkmar can hang out and fight him. Try to speed things up, actually. Get out of there, buddy. Doesn't seem like they're having too bad of a time. Gonna increase melee attack. Have the Knights kind of do the same thing they've been doing. Oh yeah. Whoa. Alright, Knights. We're going at double speed here just to kind of speed things up. Hopefully. Yeah, good hit. Maybe we can go a little bit faster. Nice. So, close victory. I feel like I've done, when I tried this earlier, did a little bit better, but I will take that. And also, you know, whatever, we'll make it work. The important thing is if we could get like a level up, that would be awesome, which usually you do. And I can kind of show some of the, you know, like what I think of when I level up heroes. Not that I'm an expert, but you know,
Volkmar the
get some
Grim.
other perspectives of people that play this game, and
Blessings
come in
of
here.
Sigmar upon you.
very cool. That's such cool graphics. But let's not get distracted. We have these different lines, right? And as you level up, you get your skill points here. You can kind of just pick here and go down. And obviously the things on the right are typically stronger than things on the left. I like to stay up in this top area with my heroes, especially my legendary heroes. And we can see here that this is +5 melee defense. You can even see on the left here when I hover over. But there's also hold the line here, which is also a 5 melee defense and 4 leadership, but for everybody around me. So I am going to break a rule. I'm going to pick this first. We will eventually go into here. We'll go into here, get some of this stuff, maybe even dip into here. So cool stuff. And you can see here, you have a little quest to capture this settlement. It gives us some crowns and a potion of foolhardiness, sorry. Totally fine. Not that great. But I think we'll go ahead and attack. It says for victory, will we lose any units? Alright, for the video, I will fight it manually. I don't think I'll do any better than what the game is suggesting. And oftentimes too, like, nothing wrong with an auto resolve, especially if you have like limited time and kind of want to get your campaign moving. That oh nice, it kept our formation, our weird formation. Let's kind of give people some control groups. So I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just get started. So yeah, just go ahead and walk up. No big deal. Nice. We could actually, for this battle, we could spread out. Let me grab these guys, put them in a control group. Can I do that? And yeah, spread out. So we'll have a little bit more spacing. I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can hit those archers really quick.
Sigma calls. Attack. Yes,
And
General.
have you hit them as well. See, they are shooting us, but it's really not a lot of damage. They're gonna run into their spears, which would be super dangerous for our cavalry, but I'll just scare them. Maybe I can hit them. Ooh. Hit a little bit. You see the... Yeah. Not so great when these archers are having free reign over our other units, but... Because... Maybe the game is being a little funny, but these guys are totally... a little bit... screwed. Alright. So we are getting into it. Use my ability right here. Go ahead and shoot those guys. See, those archers are totally crumbling. The knights are doing a great job on those. Give it another second or two, and then we'll have to move them out before those guys get in. Let Volkmar kind of move over that way. Alright. You guys run away. We'll speed it up too. I don't think anything too insane. But we gotta get to those archers quick. And see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just charge these units. And actually, we'll see if we can get this guy to go in there. We are taking a little bit of damage on the cavalry, but we'll just pull out. Just run back in. Doesn't really matter where. I think we're... Yeah, we've got good units. Hit the archers again. Volkmar is sleeping, so you see that on his icon. Hit this ability. Take these out. Empire Knights are not doing so hot. And I see that there's a new unit that I did not see before. And I think the best job. Let's try to pull out again. Let's charge in here. Really get rid of that unit. And the rest is over. Hey, we did better too. Better than the game predicted. The Flagellants honestly are a great unit. I know a lot of people knock them until they get some buffs from Volkmar and maybe in the technology trees, but they, I believe, are unbreakable, so they'll dish out a lot of damage. And we will go ahead. You've got these options you can do. We want to occupy. Got our quest done, got our crowns, our stuff. You can see the little simple dynamic settlements is changing the building there.
This is why the
We have
instrument
a level up,
of Sigmar's
all
will.
the things. I'll go ahead and maybe just finish out this turn and then end the video.
The
So
righteous hammer of Sigmar.
when you get an item, it comes over here. You can right click a hero or just click over here. I'm going to add this to Volkmar. It's not amazing, but you know, why not?
I am Volkmar.
And our Witch Hunter, we will level him up first just by giving him some extra weapon strength. You know, all these stats here, this is what this is affecting. You kind of see when I hover over. And for
Sigmar,
Volkmar,
grant
we
me
will
strength.
get the melee defense just so he's a little bit tankier. You know, I like to play like I'm playing Dynasty Warriors, where I'm leveling up my heroes, and you know, the stronger they get,
Blessings of Sigmar
usually the better
upon
things
you.
end up. You know, hopefully getting all the way down to this right side here. And
My knowledge is
the game
yours.
also said, hey, you've captured a, I believe they call them province, and so we can issue a commandment. And yeah, across the province. So you get a couple options. In the early game, I love to go for growth. What that means is you can essentially just build more stuff more quickly. So that is the goal in any strategy game. I can't remember. I believe I went over kind of our rough rules. Anything that Volkmar buffs, that's flagellance, that is the free militia, what are they called? Free company militia, that's Empire Knights. You know, anything that maybe fits a little bit lore-wise, we can add to there for fun. But also tier 1 units. So I'm going to recruit 2 spearmen just to have some extra variety in our army. Not too much. I think there's a balance you have to do there. But we also, because I've tried recording this once already, we have a warrior priest we can recruit. So this is a hero. And it's interesting, but I don't think useful for us. I don't really love any of these, but this is okay. So recruit Elgar Meyer.
What do you require?
And
Of course.
level him up to. I'll just kind of do it quickly. Growth is awesome. Let's get that. I usually wouldn't get these on like a hero unit, but these are just really, really strong. So got our hero.
What do you require?
Let's take him off of his horse so he's less of a target in fights, a little bit smaller. And man, still the first turn. And I will, you know, this is a great thing. More growth, right? More casualty replenishment rate, which is great for like keeping your campaigns going. But for like the sake of showing that, hey, you can kind of pick suboptimal stuff and still do okay, I'll pick this one. This is more thematic to what we're trying to do. Kind of fun. And so, yeah, we could go over diplomacy. Not a big deal. Let's just end the turn. First turns in a Total War game, usually the longest. We'll let it run through here, and you know, I don't know how long. I should rule for next time, have a clock so I know how long these videos are going for. But we'll see if anything cool happens, and maybe I'll just wrap up the video and talk about what we could do next time. Alright, so we've encountered the Drakenhoth Conclave, so it's our buddy to the right here, or maybe not so much. This is Vampire. We are, as far as I can tell,
Son of Sigmar.
priests. So,
Sigmar be
bitter
praised.
rival. I do think that we want to spend a turn or two just replenishing the units we have. I think for fun, let's just get 2 more guys. And typically what I like to do as well is, when you go to your kind of settlement or province overview, you've got these buttons down here. I'm going to click Recruit Lord. Because we're playing kind of a thematic game, I'm going to go with only Arch-Lectors this campaign. And, yeah, this is, I don't know, maybe I'm not as like a technical of a Total War player to know. I think this is just like a cool ability. I think this is, if you can stack it, probably super useful. So I'm going to go this way. It says my Enkeep is expected to increase by 63. Total upkeep by 4%.
I serve Sigmar.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a hit to
True
take this, but
servant of
you want to get
Sigmar.
your extra heroes
Honored
early,
to serve. Champion of the faith.
so you can kind of start leveling up other
Protector
people
of
aside
the
from your
weak.
main character there. So let's look at diplomacy, and we'll kind of just end the video at there. So nothing we can really do. I'm kind of learning with you guys on this campaign. I've probably only played to about this point. The only other thing to know is that we have to collect these different books, which have these awesome abilities when you kind of hover over them. I'm hoping this is a really fun campaign, but right here there is a book. So we'd probably like, if we can, to shift this way.
Orders.
We do have this kind of bitter enemy here. I'm actually okay if he took even all of our territory here, if I could just continue to collect these
Volkmar the
books.
Grim.
I don't know if I have to hold on to them. I don't know if I have to keep them safe, but I will do some research in the meantime. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna go ahead and click, let's just make
I
sure,
will cast
end
out
turn
all
here,
evil.
and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much.